Hi, it's Charlie McCann from Stan James. Welcome to a preview of this weekend's football action. We begin on Saturday. First bet, I think this is a proper bet, Blackburn versus Stoke. I wasn't impressed with Stoke last weekend. I'm not saying their bubbles burst. They will be comfortably in the Premier League next season. But again, it's not just the penalty miss of Portsmouth. They scored, and Ricardo Fuller scored with really, in effect, the only shot they had all game. And Blackburn, again, good winners at Bolton last weekend. Okay, you're going to turn around and say, well, they got beat Fulham 3-0, but they were the better team for the first half of that game. Then they had to chase the game. They really should have equalised as well. Sorry, it was 2-0 when they should have got one back. I didn't think it was a penalty. Sky Sports News were putting on there was a penalty, and it certainly wasn't. But Blackburn, I think, will have far too much at Ewood against Stoke for me, and I think 10-11 is a fair price. West Ham versus Burnley as well. I think West Ham can win this as well. They scored 3 goals away from home. Maybe Carlton Cole, again, he's got 6 goals in the Premier League this season. A fascinating market as well for Premier League top scorer with Defoe's 5 goals. It's 11-4 now for Torres and 11-4 for Defoe. Again, I put up on a video early on the season. I thought so hard if we could be kept injury free. Well, he's got 6s, and I think he's still 33-1 shot. So West Ham and Blackburn for Saturday, they would be my bet there. Also keen on Sunday, and it pains me to say this, but Liverpool 11-10, they should be odds on in my opinion. I think they should be a shade of odds on, maybe 10-11, and I think they probably will do by Sunday. The bottom line is that once again, Everton, we have Fellaini and Billy Tadinov coming in, and be interesting if one of these days more David Moyes is going to have a big decision to make. He's going to have to leave out, I think, Tim Cahill. Cahill is just not doing it for Everton, but of course he has a reputation of scoring big goals, and he don't come any bigger than the goals he scored against Liverpool last year, although it was Dan Gosling, of course, that knocked Liverpool out the cup at Goodison. But I can't see, I think it looks as if Fernando Torres is going to be back. Gerrard, this is a massive game, and let's get it right, this Liverpool team, when the chips are down, they have rolled their sleeves up, and they have got that win for Benitez. Whether he deserves it is another matter, whether he deserves to be still manager of Liverpool Football Club. But I do think Liverpool will win. I don't think it'll actually suit Everton. The game's a Goodison. I think Everton, the crowd will get behind, they'll be pushing forward, and I think Liverpool will hit us on the break. Torres, of course, scored 2 goals at Goodison last year. I think 11-10 for Liverpool is a good bet. I also think the other away team as well, Chelsea at 13-8 at Arsenal. Arsenal 17-10, 9-10 the draw. Remember this game last year, Chelsea came them. Arsenal, had just come on the back from quite a chastening experience in Champions League against Manchester United. But I think again Arsenal will come on. It's probably easy just to turn around and say Van Persie or Bentner, without one of those players, they won't be able to hold the ball up. Eduardo is a good finisher, period. Don't really think I think he needs to play alongside somebody else, and I think he and Arshavin in the whole won't really suit Arsenal against Chelsea, and I can see Chelsea being just ultimately too strong for Arsenal on this occasion. The third game as well, I think fascinating game is on Sunday in the Premier League. Wolves versus Birmingham. Wolves 11-8, even money now. Wolves to be relegated. Birmingham 2-1. What do you think? Birmingham, the same number of points as Everton, to be relegated. Alec McLeish's got this 30 million quid in his pocket. David Moyes has just got an injury ravaged team and no money at all for the transfer window, and yet we're the same number of points. And Everton are 14-1 and Blues are 2-1. Birmingham Blues, that is, 2-1 to be relegated. But the massive game for Wolves. I think they've got to win this to have a chance. I don't think they will win, and I think there'll be a draw, probably 0-0, which is around about an 8-1 shot with Stan James, or 1-1, which is 11-2. Finally, El Gran Clasico, big game in Spain. I think if Zlatan and Messi are back, I think it's 4-5. I think it's Bayern. I think they're just a better team than Real Madrid. I'm not particularly impressed by this Real Madrid side. I must say, of course, Ronaldo coming back, and that will add probably back. Of course, he played midweek in the Champions League success, 1-0 again. A good clean sheet is important, I think, for Real Madrid. But this Barcelona side are just absolutely outstanding. I think if either one of those two are back, I really do think that this could be this really is a decent 4-5 shot. That said, I'm a massive Barcelona fan, massive Messi fan, and I think everybody thought that Zlatan, we've seen him infrequently really in Italian football, but I think it's fair to say that Guardiola knew what he was getting, and they got rid of maybe Eto'o at the right time, and they've got Zlatan, and I think Ibrahimovic and Barcelona will go on to maybe win everything, including the first El Gran Clasico on Sunday night, 4-5 with Stan James. But that's the treble for me. Liverpool, Chelsea and Barcelona. Be lucky.